Our guest is already seated and we've been playing his songs back to back. So, yes, he is OGRANYA, quite a spectacular and exclusive name. He's a Nigerian artist. He says he is an electric musician who mixes Afro, soul, R&B, and jazz. And when you listen to his songs, it's all about love, sensual song. Yes, so he's going to tell us all about it. Welcome to the Table of Life.
Thank you
And
very much.
how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm good. Is this your first time in Ghana?
No,
Oh, because
no.
you have a song with Efia.
Yes.
Oh, he
Yes,
actually schooled
yeah.
in Ghana.
You
That's good,
schooled in
yeah.
Ghana.
Yes, let him
Okay, so
tell us.
yes, tell us. I mean, your journey in Ghana, your experience so far. How long have you been in Ghana and all that?
So I schooled in Tech, Kumasi, between 2009 and 2013. I left after school, went back to Nigeria, worked for a bit. Then I used to come back often, but I returned properly at the end of 2020. And between 2020 and now, I've just been going back and forth. But I've been here a lot. Yeah.
Been here a lot. So you enjoy our music industry more than the Nigerian industry? Which one is more difficult to penetrate and establish yourself?
Obviously, it's a lot easier here because basically population is less, is way less. So the number of people trying to break into music is way smaller. But personally, I just enjoy being in Ghana.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
quite calm, it's peaceful.
There's
yeah.
always light.
That too.
Harriet.
I mean, when your phone goes on low,
Yeah, you don't
no, you can.
bother.
You don't bother.
don't
You just know
bother.
that you're gonna charge your phone.
Yeah,
Don't mind Harriet. Eh?
it's all right.
You were in tech, you studied architecture.
Yeah.
Architecture music. You go to school for like 4 years, study architecture, and then you come back to say you're gonna do music. Like when was it for you deciding to do music?
I made the decision first in my final year, but I didn't act on it as intently as I wanted to till 2015. Between the time after school and 15, I was working, and I had a 9 to 5 till 2019. After 19 is when I quit my job and decided to follow music properly.
But your job was paying.
It was paying.
So
The thing about architecture is you can still do it freelance. I occasionally dabble,
Okay.
but music is like front burner for me.
So music is like a calling,
More or less, yes.
more or less.
Yeah.
Tell us the genre, because there's electric, there's Afro soul, jazz, R&B. Where do you fall in, or you just mix all of them together?
To be honest, I don't know how to label my music. I have to label it because I have to have conversations
Yeah,
like this.
yeah.
But generally, at the core, my music is R&B and soul, but I like to blend a lot of things.
Like to blend.
Yes.
When listening to you, give me this Adekunle vibes. I don't know.
Okay.
You give me that a lot. And then the latest one that you released, Swing,
Yes.
very, very salty, like sultry song. I mean, share with us the mood you are in whenever you're writing these songs. Because,
Okay, whenever I'm writing, 90% of the time I'm by myself. I
Okay.
don't know how to write, and there are
okay,
people around. I like to be calm, like very, very calm, so I can hear myself, hear my thoughts, hear how I'm interpreting the music. Whenever it's loud and there's people around, it's harder to write and make music.
okay.
Yeah.
So would you say that you are a lover boy, like a sensual kind of person? Would you put yourself in that category?
So most of the songs I've put out, yes, they are love songs, but I like to write about a lot of things. I was thinking to myself today how a project I put out 2 years ago, I wrote it because of my parents. It was the relationship that informed the songs. So I write about pretty much anything that happens to me. Yeah.
Last year, you released your EP, Festival of the Sun. When I said, I was like, what comes to mind when you think about Festival of the Sun? Where did you get that title?
The title came to me sometime in 2015. I was making music in Abuja at the time, the capital of Nigeria. And Abuja, if you've ever been there, it's like the holiday every time.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a really beautiful city. It's like for me, Abuja and Accra are really similar. It's just that Abuja has more space.
Busy.
It's not as busy as
Yes,
Accra.
Lagos.
It's way bigger than Accra is. So it's like Accra during Christmas time where there's a lot of foreigners
Oh,
coming
okay.
in. So in the spirit of all that celebrating and marrying, that's when I got the title.
That's where you have ecstasy as well. I mean, you had a couple of songs on it, and I love ecstasy. That's why I
Okay,
chose to
yeah.
I chose to play ecstasy. I think Molly also did so good on it. Your voice just sang and all that. But let's come to the industry.
Okay.
You mentioned that this place there isn't much, like we are not a lot as to compare to
Nigeria.
Nigeria. But do you see yourself settling down here and being like permanently, let's say, a Nigerian born Ghanaian artist?
To be honest, I don't see that happening. I I was born and bred in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I started making music there. After a while, I moved to Abuja. After Abuja, I moved to Lagos, and after Lagos, I came to Accra. So for me, it's music. I'm exploring cities. I'm exploring sounds. I'm exploring several places. So from here, I would like to go somewhere else.
Or like
I'm curious to see what's happening in Europe.
Europe?
Yeah. So yeah.
And apart from Ethia, I might be wrong. She's the only Ghanaian you've featured, yeah?
No. I've
Or
worked
there are other Ghanaians?
Molly.
Molly's a Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Amma. Her name is Amma.
when I listened to her song with
Amare.
Amaray, I never thought she is a Ghanaian.
No,
I
she is.
never. So apart from these two,
I've worked with Ria Boss as well.
who?
Ria Boss. She's
Ria
an
Boss.
alternative singer.
Okay,
in Ghana.
Nana, do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing singer. I've
Amazing.
worked with who else? Kojo Q.
Oh yes,
So
I
I've
know
worked
Kojo
with
Q.
about 4 or 5 Ghanaian
4 or
artists.
5. I mean, apart from these people that you've mentioned, are you looking at? I mean, collaborating with, let's say, Stone Boy?
Oh, I would love to work
Sarkodie?
with Stonebwoy.
You love
specifically.
to.
Yeah. I like his music. Yeah.
When I read your bio on Wikipedia, it says that you are an independent artist. Then I come down and you are on a record label.
So it's pretty much I'm not signed on a 360 deal. It's like a distribution licensing type deal. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you do everything yourself, but when
Yes.
it comes to distribution,
Marketing it, yeah, takes
Takes
over. Yeah.
and how's that going?
It's a new relationship, so we're hoping it goes well. Yeah, it just started with the new single I put out. So yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. So they'll start with swing.
Yes.
Let's talk about swing. Swing like what? What?
Jungle Over.
Jungle Over.
Yeah.
I love that tune, and I see it going far.
Thank you.
And the guy you featured, Shorai Moore.
Shure Moore, yeah.
Shorai Moore.
Yeah.
Who is he?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him before.
Did you like his verse?
Yes, I like his
Yeah,
voice.
so everybody who's listened to that song, that's the same question they ask, who is he? We love his verse. So he's a Nigerian singer-songwriter. His representative just introduced me to him. His representative actually puts the whole thing together, the producer, me and him. So I didn't know him prior to working on the song, but yeah, I got to meet him. Yeah,
It was beautiful.
it was beautiful.
Is this a single off an EP or an album, or just single on its own?
So I'm still trying to decide if it's an EP or an album, but it's the lead single off my next project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When a lot of artists come here, they say that they have a lot of songs. They have lots, like uncountable songs. Is it the same for you?
Oh yes.
Do you have any song out there that you're like, I shouldn't have released this
Oh,
one?
so many. So
Give me
many.
one. And why?
It's difficult. It's like whenever I'm listening to my music, all I hear is things I would have done
Better.
different or better. Yeah.
So you
while I was
critique yourself a lot.
Yeah, while I was sitting waiting for the interview, the songs were playing, and I had to bend my head down.
Why?
Cause like I made those songs 5-6 years ago, and I'm a different person now. And while listening, I can hear everything I would do different now.
Okay. Is it because of the Afro?
It's all part of it, the whole
Oh,
thing,
okay.
everything.
But I believe it's like a transition. You evolve.
Yeah.
And you learn from what you did previously,
Yes,
then you
yes.
move forward and everything. You made mention about like trying new sounds.
Yes,
And now you are doing Afro soul.
yes.
Would you change?
Would I
Would you
change?
switch? I won't even use change. Switch at a point in time because you mentioned Rhea Boss. She's also like a soul singer.
Yes.
Those kind of people. And normally, I tend to categorize them as
Alternative,
artists,
yes.
alternative artists,
Artists,
because you guys have your own niche, your own crowd, your own sound, and everything. And that's why I'm asking that: would you want to switch at some point in time based on maybe market-wise or what the people want?
So earlier I said I don't know how to categorize my
Yourself,
music
yeah.
because I just like to explore sound. So I know I will try my hands in, and I have before. I will continue to try things out, and some of them might come off or seem commercial, but I just will gravitate to whatever I think sounds beautiful.
Okay.
So that's it for me.
Okay, and since you started exploring, how has the market responded to the music you put out?
It's been tricky, to be honest. People who, for instance, the last project I put out, Festival of the Sun, the people who used to work with me when I first started music and when I was super alternative, they didn't take it too well.
Okay.
And I understand.
Yeah.
But I have to respect my journey and my
True.
evolution, so I will keep trying things. I've taken mistakes from that project and I'm tweaking it to improve myself on this next project, and
Okay.
hopefully it goes well. Yes.
For me, I have been to alternative artists, let's say events or small clues shows, and I know how the market is here with regards to artists who do alternative music in Nigeria. How is it like? Do you have like alternative? Because I know growing up, I used to think Asha, or is it Asa? Which one is it?
Asha.
Asha was like alternative. But then I realized that no, she's actually mainstream.
Mainstream, yes.
She's really big. She's
Yes,
mainstream.
exactly.
But just that she sings like what I categorize as alter in
alternative,
Ghana.
yes.
So how is the alternative scene in Nigeria? Because right now you are privileged to experience the
Experience,
Ghanaian
yes,
market,
yes.
and so you get to go home and then come to your second home. I would say that. So how is that scene like in Nigeria?
So because there's been a boom in the mainstream in Nigeria, the alternative scene is
It's really struggling
It's
a
struggling.
bit. Okay.
5 years ago. It was the
Big.
next big thing. I was speaking with a couple of Ghanaian alternative artists recently, and I was commending them and encouraging them, like, keep doing what you're doing
Yeah.
because from here you guys will scale up.
Yeah.
But I hope Ghana handles it better.
True.
Because the alternative scene in Nigeria, I don't think it's scaled up as it should have. I don't think so.
And would you believe that in Ghana, most of the alternative singers, I mean, let's say, when they get on the bigger stage, they really thrive. Or I don't know if I imagine those things, because sometimes some of the big people who really understand the alternative sound and appreciate the music, when they come to Ghana, like I said, alternative artists have like closed door events, and these people are able to take their craft outside and then
yes.
it blows. So is it that Ghanaians, we don't really like understand the whole alter markets? That is why we are not really putting much into it, or just that people just have opportunities to just go outside and just thrive there?
Like you said, I don't think the average Ghanaian is paying as much attention as they should to the
Okay.
alternative sound. I don't think so. Spotify Wrapped came out recently, and I would see some artists and in their top 5 countries, I don't see Ghana.
Ghana, yeah, that's true.
And it's shocking because there's an active conversation about how Ghanaian music isn't played as much. And here you have the listeners not
Yeah.
listening to
Yeah,
it. So
yeah,
it defeats the whole point of
True.
the conversation.
true.
I just feel like the average Ghanaian should put in more to
Yeah, we have to push
pushing
it the way.
the
To push it, yeah, it has to, because it's very sad that you get UK, US, Nigeria, Netherlands, and then
Netherlands.
Ghana.
I see
I'm like,
Netherlands
Netherlands,
and
like,
I'm
how?
yeah.
Netherlands. I like Netherlands over.
Of course, why would you? But Ogranya, we about to wrap up. I mean, the year's about to end. Apart from Swing, any new project you're working on that we should expect? Collaborations, I mean, shows that you be on that.
Because I'm
Yeah.
actually performing alongside Sister Derby tonight at Front Back. I put out Swing 2 weeks ago, so I'm stuck promoting it for the rest of the year. But early next year, there's a next single part of the project as well. Early February, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you very much
It's been a pleasure.
for joining us on the show. We have been speaking to Ogranya. He is a Nigerian Afro soul, R&B, jazz, everything inclusive, and it's been amazing talking to you, Nana.
Yeah, go and follow him on Instagram. Listen to all his music.
What Nana
It's
said.
just the same Ogranya.
Yes.
OGRANYA.
Yes.
Yes, just supports and listen to his music.